EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Representing the legendary Al Davis and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. On the Rams sideline, you get a look at their head coach. These guys no doubt enjoyed their trip to Brazil, picking up the win in Sao Paulo last week. Running the show across the field, the head coach of the Raiders. His guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott, along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker looks all set down there. Monday night prime time is underway. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Tossing this out to Mostert. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
A toss to the right with Mostert. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Tuipulotu in for the tackle.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Smith to the air now. Escapes the pocket. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Smith. Vacates quickly left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Smith will try again on 2nd. Bails out of the pocket quick. Rolling and takes a deep shot down the middle. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early. Put a fear of God into this defense.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Darius Davis to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They're led up by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. That's not easy to do in this AFC.
And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. We've set it downs from 37.
First down, Chargers.
They'll run here with Amari. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Raiders get to it. There he goes on the right side. And Vegas takes it back for a touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-0 lead. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. Herbert from the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Raiders close it in, and down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
So on fourth down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. Continuing to move past the 45. And he spins right by him. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
You know I love that, Kate, but you know who loved it even more? The late, great John Madden himself, the former lineman. He would have loved watching the student body get right out in front of that thing, those blockers just knocking people off the ball, and let him clear the way so that running back could show off his speed.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Now a toss to Mostert, headed left. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, second down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Now the give to Laube. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Counter give to Mostert. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Now a pitch to Mostert. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the first. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Smith on 4th down. Buys time, rolling right. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Looking closer than comfortable to their end zone. It is second and long. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Third and long. They're going to throw. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jermaine Pratt picks it.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, third and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. They give it to Mostert. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the Chargers' 26-yard line.
Here's Smith. On the move, headed right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Fourth down, Smith. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, have him run.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Here's Hampton to open the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Tight end going in motion here. Herbert. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
So a difficult third down coming up on the other side, Brock, of this 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here he goes, third and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And he gets it away from his end zone. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Raiders back out on offense as we see Raheem Mostert again. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. So first down from the 41. Blitz coming for Smith. Forced out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up second down. Back to the air. It's Smith. Buying some time right. Fits it through the middle. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Smith on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders push the lead to 20.
Chargers nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Out comes the Charger offense late in this first half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the second. And it is enough time to put something together. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert now has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
At that 39-yard line.
To throw, Herbert. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
It's Herbert once more. And down he goes. The Raiders got him. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
3rd down.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. 3rd and long for him here. Looking for the end zone and a deep shot. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the deficit goes from 20 to 17.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. Chased out to his right. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime
Our tour
report.
of the NFL starts now. It begins in Houston. The Texans at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's last year's leading rusher among rookies, Bucky Irving. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The Buccaneers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the man who missed last year but is back now, J.J. McCarthy. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. The Vikings had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And this is Devontae Smith. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Eagles get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion right. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an L.A. first down. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. Shoves one away. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. And that's my guy, Tonka Hemingway, there for the stop. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Raiders close it in. And down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. It's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
He's trying in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. No throw, 3rd and long. Complete here to Hampton. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
The drive begins with a run from Mostert. A lot of space ahead. There he goes, right sideline. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Raheem Mostert, Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Try for two. Smith getting his Raiders set.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Escapes the pocket. And he's into the end zone. That play has a couple more to their lead. All right, I know the old adage, there is no lead that is safe in the NFL. But Brock, this lead actually feels pretty safe to me. Not sure they needed to go for two at this point.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know what this feels like. One thing to me, stat pattern. And it's just going to come back to you at some point. Maybe not in this game, but down the road. You start padding your stats to show off, oh, look how many points we scored. Look how great a job we did. You start patting yourself on the back. You're usually going to get hit and knocked on your backside at some point.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Charger offense making its way to the field. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. First and 10, Herbert. And down he goes. Raiders got him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Herbert with a blitz coming. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Herbert here, third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
And he gets it away from his end zone. Rolling into enemy territory. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Raiders back out on offense as we see Raheem Mostert again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down, Smith to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
On the move, headed right. Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. That 100-yard mark is as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Chargers will have the football shy of the 20-yard line.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Chargers who have it to start the 4th quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. It's Hampton on 2nd. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one's napped by Allen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
And the Chargers, first down.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47.
Herbert from the gun. Complete out to the right. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Chargers, first down.
Now Herbert again. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They've got a man in motion. On 3rd down, Herbert. And this is another incompletion. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Mostert with it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Pressure comes. Smith. He rolls to his right. Throwing this one deep across the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Smith. Headed out right. Throwing this one deep across the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Throwing on third, Smith. Forced out to his right. He's going to run for it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Fourth down, Smith. He connects downfield. That'll be the first and more. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this. And that is his fourth touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
35. Chargers 3.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And they've really been smothered by that defense all game. Not just on the scoreboard, partner. Any yards at all. They've just been tough to come by.
Yeah, just hard yards. Just hard. Just no rhythm, really, throughout this one. Let's get some credit to that defense, who is just
Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker is going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break. They finally get him to the ground.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Chargers hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's a give inside to Mostert. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going right back to Mostert. This one's going to wind up less than a yard from that first down marker, Brock. Play gets it up to the 43.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They're going to think this over before trying 3rd and 1. They take a timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Setting up for the kneel down on third. Trying to get it on the keeper. The lead looks safe, but the Pennels staying down. They're going for this. Starting this drive with a design run. First down from the 42. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Trying to push deep downfield. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.